Good morning and welcome to another Team Unearthed dig. A wonderful Sunday, a little bit of autumn in the air. You can feel it gone a little bit cool. Today we're on different terrain. Now a lot of these detectorists that have formed part of Team Unearthed are used to doing pasture fields pretty much exclusively. Today however we are on stubble. Now stubble can offer some of the best detecting if it's short enough, because the ground is nice and compact, the air is out of the ground, the finds are usually pretty shallow because the ploughs brought them up, and I suspect that they are in for a bit of a treat today, because we have got, I'm just looking now, we've got one field stubble in front of me, we've got this big one here, we've got one above me, and we've got one to the side. So there's a lot of land here to search. The farmers have already spoken to me this morning early on and expressed their interest on us searching every single one of these fields, because there's Roman activity here, there's Bronze Age activity here, there's been Neolithic finds here as well over the years, so anything could turn up. I'll be back with you as soon as anything of note comes to light. We'll be right on it. Jackie up there first, and she's had a barrel tap key. Now a lot of the finders of these love collecting them, so it'd be Victorian in date, and that's the first find up. Don't know if it's got a stamp on there. I do apologise for any wind noise, folks. It's very, very windy, probably 15 to 20 mile an hour winds at the moment. There you go, first find. Jackie Blued from Bluedicus Detects. Wayne Eston King, and it's this is the first significant find of the day. Look at this, a clonking big Lizzie shilling from Wayne himself. Wayne's doing very well with his manticore. It's took him some time to bed into it, but he's really doing the business now with it. I'm not sure what mint mark it is. I can just see that top corner. It's not martlet, I don't know what it is, I'll have a look. But there you go, that's the first really interesting find of the day. That's a Queen Elizabeth shilling, 1560s, 1570s upwards. What a find, fantastic. Well done, Wayne. So as you can see, the terrain is rather different from the normal northern pasture fields that we're doing. Today we're on completely different land, arable, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge I think for the detectorist, even though the stubble is very, very short. As you can see, it's just that wispy stubble. They've took it off. If I rub my feet across it, it's breaking down, but there's that much land, for us to search. We've only got a very small team, so uncovering history today is going to be a challenge, but I'm sure we can do it. Beautiful place though. And he's just had a denarius, as you can see. I'm not sure if that's Adrian under there, possibly Adrian. It needs a clean. It's a typical northern denarius with that crust on it, but that'll get lifted off. The silver bill will lift that off, or bicarb soda. But underneath that, folks, is a lovely silver Roman coin waiting to be revealed. So well done for Bill. Those that know Bill know he's a bit of a legend, and he's produced the goods again. Fantastic. Here with Darren now, and he's had a, looks like a Victorian 3 pence. I don't know if I'm zooming in on that right. Anyway, there you can see that. So it's a milled silver, and there's Vicky's head. Queen Victoria, 3 pence. Well done to him. Very intriguing find here with Shirley, and it's this little coin, but as you can see under the surface, you can see that round circle with radiates coming off, and also this side's got some detail on as well. When I first looked at that, I thought, oh, that looks like a Celtic coin from the farms that we detect on down in places like Lincolnshire and Yorkshire. Very intriguing find that. Certainly needs more research doing on it, and then maybe a little bit of a gentle clean to see if we can reveal more detail. But that to me is an ancient coin. You can see it's thick there, and it tapers off there. So that is definitely worthy of more research. This has made my day, this, because Lee's with us now. Lee travels the furthest. He travels from Hull to these Team Unearthed digs, so he's got the longest to travel, and he sticks in every time he comes, and he's just got the reward, and he's just found himself his first ever Roman coin, which is a denarius. Under that crud is a denari. And you can just see the bust there as well. It just needs a bit of a clean, a bit of attention. Could be Trajan, I think. I'm sticking my neck out and thinking that's Trajan under that lot. But, you know, I am absolutely made up for him. Absolutely made up for him. You put the effort in, getting up at 5 o'clock and silly o'clock to come up here to detect, and he's got the rewards. Look at that. Fantastic. Had an intriguing artifact just coming up in, where the Roman coins are coming up. That denari that you seen earlier from Lee, it was in the same area, or the same field I should say, as where Bill got his. She's just had this weird looking artifact. Artifact. I'll see if I can just turn around. Strange object. Strange object. I don't know what that is. Anybody watching this film, they might know what that is. It's very strange. Catching up next, and he's had a silver shilling of Queen Vic. As you can see, bear with me, it's very it's 18, we can't see the date just, but there you go, silver shilling of Queen Vic. Nice to see a bit of milled silver in amongst the ancient stuff. Dave Hilton now, he's had a commemorative token of Queen Vic. You can see Queen Vic's bust there, and a nose sticking out, pointy nose, and a bit of blurb on the back, look. There you go. That wind's a bit of a pain, isn't it?
Yeah, this one is headphones.
It is, it's blowing right through this microphone at the moment. There you go folks, another bit of history unearthed. Well, John Branner now, and the stubble I showed you this morning, people have got to persevere and work it properly. It's turned up trumps for John Branner, and he's got a Viking, as you can see. Slightly smaller than Shirley's. And that's a really beautiful find, a little pommel. Look at that, absolutely amazing. That's the second one in about a month we've had now. Slightly, like I said, this would probably be a dagger pommel. The top part, I'll put an image up on the screen if I get a chance, if I can edit it into this film. Well, that's the first bit of Viking we've had today, and it's just come off, as I showed you this morning, this area. And in fact, there's his detector where it came from, so that came from there. Well done, John Branner. Shirley now, and she's kept this little ring in the mud for me. I think that could be Roman. It's got scroll work on the shoulder, so we're going to get the mud off that gently and come back to you. Look how thin it goes. Can you see? Very thin to the edge. Interesting, that's a finger ring. Shirley's ring now, and she's cleaning the mud off it. I'm just going to, it's very fragile on the end, isn't it? And as you can see, it's got scroll work on the outer edge. It could be Roman, you know. You can't rule out it being Roman because it came up in where the Roman finds were. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of research on that shell because I'm not sure what age that is.
Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it?
It is. It's very.
If it was really symmetrical,
yeah,
you could maybe think Georgian, but then just
yeah,
the area in which it come up and it's a little. Oh
yeah, absolutely.
It just makes you think, could it be Roman?
Could it be? Yeah. I'm going to hand you that back. Well done. Beautiful little find that. I suppose fantastic. The real beauty about these fields, I can drive up the pickup. I can drive the pickup literally onto the field where they're detecting, as I can show you now. We're just on this wonderful stubble field. So let's just get a recap of what we've been doing. John's found his sort of dagger pommel just here, Viking. Shirley's had that early ring. There's been Roman coins over here, and I think there's going to be some good stuff this afternoon. But folks, I don't know if there's a bit of a wind of change going on. Team Unearthed, this is the Team Unearthed gang here, and I think because we've been finding that much gear over the last 12-18 months and beyond, people come to expect good finds straight away, and it's not a case of that. So there's been one or two people this morning whinging a little bit and moaning just a little bit about, there's not a lot coming up, it's a bit quiet. Well, you've got to stick in. It's not about grabbing hold of one corner of the field and shaking it like a carpet and then all the coins and artifacts come up. So it's very rare that you'll hear me moan and whinge about the team, because I hold them in such good, you know, I've got such a good rapport with these people, and I trust them, but it hurts me personally when people start moaning about not finding anything after a couple of hours. You've got to stick in. I've been on fields and detected 8 or 9 hours, and the finds have only come up in the last hour. You've got to stick in. If you can't stick in, you're in the wrong hobby. So yeah, there's been 1 or 2 just having a little bit of a moan this morning about it being quiet, but you've only got to look at what's just come up, and the Denarius early on and the hammered. So, and we've still got 4 or 5 hours left. With Steve Glue now, and he's just come over with a hammered. Now that's a Scottish hammered, as you can see, with the stars. I'm not sure which king that is, but what a shame that it's just been damaged by the plough. Potentially that could be quite an interesting coin. I mean, they're all interesting, but what I'm saying is the rarity. Is it one of the Alexanders? Is it one of the Roberts? You know, David possibly. People will pull me up over that, which I can understand, but I'm not sure what that is. Looking at it from the field straight away, it's very hard to identify a coin without having reference books at your disposal. But that is a beautiful coin, actually. That would have been a cracker. Something tells me that's quite an early one, and it's quite an unusual one as well. But I'll put it up on the screen as soon as we get an ID. Well done to him. Mickey now, and he's had what we think is another pommel. Can you just see? You've got the hole there, look. Let me just turn it into the light. Yeah, you can just see that shape. I think that's a bit later in date, that. I'll get some more details up on the screen. And that's a good find from Mickey. Happy days. Brilliant. Well, it was only a matter of time. But guess what, folks? The jokes are back. And I can hear the thrill of anticipation in the air. And here we go. I'll see if I can get a response from the other admin and marshals. Joke time, folks, joke time. I've just had a farmer fly past me in his tractor shouting, "The end of the world is nigh, the end of the world is here." I think his name was Farmageddon.
Shocking, mate. Absolutely shocking.
That's the last joke ever. Tiffin now, and he's had a hammered. And this time it is a sovereign type penny of Henry VIII or Henry VII, as you can see. And that's just coming off these areas here where Andy's digging. So yeah, another hammered, another nice find, another one to add to the vast collection of coins and artifacts that Team Unearthed pull up over the years. Fantastic. We're here with Jim now, and Jim's just had a William III sixpence, and it's you've got the bent love token, so it's been touched into a love token, and it's not bad. It's a presentable coin. 1690s. Well done to him. Just come on with a gigantic cauldron leg. Look at the size of that beaut. And if you're finding them on these fields, right, what else is on there? That's ancient. What a size cauldron that would have been. That would have been 1 of 3. Look at that monster. Kate now, and she's had a rather interesting little find, and it's a little lead shell, as you can see. I'm not sure what that's been. I mean, you know, the Pilgrims had that mark, but could it be earlier? Very intriguing. Nice little find. Well done, Kate. Ricky's had an interesting find here. It's a coin, a copper coin, with a few holes punched in it for whatever reason. Somebody in the past has done that. And you've had something else, Rick. I'll just put that on there, sir. You've had that as well. Yeah, it's maybe a casing of something, isn't it? Has it been a button, maybe? I don't know. Possibly. Right, okay, folks, we'll keep going. Vegan little artifact by Shane here. It's got to be Roman Iron Age with that patina. Probably part of a turret. I actually thought it was part of a brooch at first. But I'm thinking it's a turret, and it's gone like that with the body of the turret coming round in that sort of circle shape, if you will. And that's the top part of it. But yeah, that's an interesting little find from him. Dave Hilton now, he's just had a Roman coin, as you can see. And I've just, as you can see, it probably needs a bit of a clean. But I've just got a shout in the walkie-talkie that Shirley's had a denarii, so we're going to go over and see that now. We're here with Shirley, and the shout was confirmed. It is a denarii. It's under this mud. So what we'll do, we'll give it a bit of a wash gently, and we'll come back to you on that. Shirley's denarius, we're back with it after cleaning the mud. You can see the tantalising glimpse of design under there. We think it could be Mark Antony, but we have to get a little bit more clarification on that, because it's got a rather strange design going on there. Look. Right, if I get before I edit this film, I'll put the I'll make sure I put the date and type of coin up across the screen. But that's a great find, another denarius, another ancient find. Well done to Shirley. Mark up next. He's had a Japonidas Roman. So the ancient finds are indeed here. We just got to work for them. It's been a tough day, but the coins and the ancient stuff's coming through now. Right, on to the next, see what else we can bring up. Next, and he's had a silver spoon, and it's been mangled by the plough, but it's still complete. So with a bit of restoration work, you might be able to get that back to its former glory, but it'll take some doing. And that's a Georgian in date, as you can see, solid silver. I love silver spoons. I've always had a soft spot for them, and that's another great find, this time from Brian. Well done to him. Now, and she's bagged herself a first. Is that your first ever Roman? On a dig. On the Team Unearthed, and that's a Roman silver coin of Julia. It's one of the Julias. You can see her hair. It's one of the Julias, I'm saying. Julia Domna, Julia Mamazia. Yeah, it's definitely a Roman, and it's got a very pronounced bust, which is steady on, steady on, and that's a nice coin. And that's come probably about, I would say, 10 yards from 10-15 yards from Shirley's. So what a find, what a coin, great to see. Happy days for Anita, and we're moving on to the next. It's not often we show buttons on here, but John Branners has a rather ornate one. Look at that. What a pretty button. There you go. Well done, John. Well done. Pretty. Just had a shout off Jean, and she's had a denarii now. She's bagged herself a really nice coin there, and we're going to give it a squirt with a bit of water, and we'll come back to you on it and see if we can get a better view of it. But unbelievable. We knew there was going to be stuff here today, and we've reached the hit the heights right at the end, and we've got more time left to pull more out. That's a nice coin. We've just got the a bit of the mud off there, and you can see the Emperor. I'm not sure who that is yet, but we'll get it on the screen as soon as we can get any identification for you. Well done. Fantastic. I'm here with Chris, and he's had a rather sorry looking George III bullhead sixpence. There you can see. I'm presuming that's what it is. You know, it's still a piece of history. It's still silver, and it's still old. So you can't win them all, but that's you can see the edge. Look at the milled edge. The milled edge survived quite well. So there you go, folks. Another coin, another piece of silver. The winner today is him, John Branner. He's got another one of these because he found that Viking artifact, which is a pommel from a dagger. I'll hand you that.
Thank you, sir.
Well done. I'm going to jump in the car and go home and lie down in a dark room. Well done, John.
Cheers.